Okay, so now that we've taken basically the first floor and we've copied it, so we can just tweak this for our second floor. If you look at drawing A-04, that is the layout for the second floor level. So what we're going to do is basically just going to take this floor plan here and we're going to tweak it. I'm going to make sure that I'm on the second floor layer. And obviously there's no garage, a whole bunch of other odds and ends. So I'm going to go ahead and by creating that rectangle there, I've basically sectioned it off, so it's okay that I can delete that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now, I'm going to do the exact same thing down below with this little section here. So I'm basically just drawing a line straight across, and I'm going to add a rectangle just for good measure to make sure that I'm covering all my bases here. So I can do the same thing with this little section down here as well. I can get rid of it. So as you can see, it's already doing a pretty decent job of matching what I have here from the first floor. So I'm going to kind of start deleting these lines here that I know I'm not going to need. Interesting. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and delete these lines that I know I'm not going to need. And let's make sure we've got nice walls. Yes. Got some fun stuff going on here. Okay. Okay, so I went through and I deleted all the lines basically, so now I have a nice uniform wall section. And I'm going to do my best to match exactly what I have here from the first floor. So I've got definitely some things that are different. So I'm going to go ahead, and I already know that all of this stuff is going to be gone here associated with the stair. So let's see here. Oh, might help if I actually have my guides on. That would explain a lot. Okay. So all I'm doing here is I'm trying to draw exactly as the stair is shown. So the stair is the trickiest part. That's what I'm going to kind of walk you guys through doing here. So all I'm doing is I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm matching exactly what the stair looks like on the second floor. I have all of these lines that were walls on the first floor go away. I have got this wall section here is a solid piece, so these lines go away. Okay, and I've got a wall added here. So let's make sure we've got the dimensions right for that. So I've got from this wall, so the center of this wall is 3 inches, and I'm moving out 3'8". So that lines up exactly as it should, and the end of the stair is at 7 foot 5.5 inches per what's listed on the drawings, and that is to the center of that wall. So I'm going to offset it 2 on each side, and I'm going to lay out my rectangle. Okay, so we should have our stair now for the second floor. That is really, I can't stress how important that is. If it doesn't line up, it's going to be a disaster when we stack these on top of each other. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go just like I have been doing. The stair is the most important part. That's why I kind of wanted to show that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go through here and tweak everything that needs to be tweaked. You can do the same on your end. And then I'm going to walk through the final version of how this looks, and you can compare if you have any differences. Okay, so I laid everything out here for the second floor. The stairs we walked through together because that's a very important part. Everything else, you can follow the directions to make sure, obviously, that you're laying it out properly. And one thing to note, this is actually going to be a loft. If you look on page A-04, you'll see that on the left of the page there it says open to below. That means that this whole section right here is actually going to go away. So there's a couple different ways we can approach this. I'm actually going to get rid of the floor in this area right now. That's why I drew that line. That'll just make it easier later, so when I'm raising up the walls, it shouldn't affect anything with the walls. I can still raise the walls up, as you can see here, if I start to lift them up.